if your government is big enough to give you everything you want, it is big enough to take away everything you have.
Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission.
With your hosts, Migrant, and Michael Bay.
This is Spearhead Transmission.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission. It's November 1st, 2018. It's time to break those chains and water that tree. Missed last week, but it was a busy week, so apologize about that. Anyway, in the news this week, we're sitting there. We didn't set up a set list, so this is going to be one of those ones that we probably just talk about a bunch of dead air and ramble on about.
Talk about old times.
Yeah, old times, Christmas magazines.
Yes, the
robots from the future. Yeah, typical podcast. So, but anyway, we're looking for things to talk about, and I clicked on this story from Fox News. It says Kim Kardashian's under fire for calling people who didn't recognize her costume the quote R word. Who's that? Is that Kanye West?
Yeah, I don't know. Kanye West does an excellent job at whiteface.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be Tommy Lee, right?
Yeah. So they dressed up as Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson.
How did he do that? That can't be him.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I think that's a white guy.
Like, that would be an amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing if that's Kanye West. Kanye West is now no longer a Trump supporter. Have you seen that?
What?
Well, it's not. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Okay.
Dude, I got the smoker's
You're that
cough.
kid from Crocodile Tears.
Excuse me. So she said, "These people don't know who I am. You're too young." And she's like, or they don't know who I am. Fucking retarded. And everyone on Twitter loses their damn mind, right? I just feel like there's got to be a point in time where everyone's like, all right, man, we got to stop this. You know, because, I mean, this article on Fox News refers to the word retard as the R word.
They don't even say the word retard.
And then all these people say like, I bet, how dare you use that word in any of your sentences? I bet you didn't even know the meaning of it. You offended loved ones for families like mine. Your mouth is bigger than your ass. Ignorance. Kim Kardashian should know better, especially as a mother. Just add it to the list of reasons why I can't stand her. I don't know why people, especially adult women, think it's okay to use the word. Dude, I mean, she didn't say, you guys don't know who I am. You're about as dumb as retarded people's family member, or, family members with retarded people, No, is it distasteful? I guess. Did people use it for fucking years without any problem? Yes. You know what I mean? That's fucking retarded. What are you doing? I'm lighting my hair on fire. That's fucking retarded. It is, right?
That's so gay.
Yeah.
I can't believe
all
it.
These things that... But you know what I really think? What really bothers me the most?
What is it?
Or is that the people that act like this... Didn't you learn from your sister's mistake using the R word?
Wait, who was her sister? Which one?
Well, I think the big one. I don't know. When a disability hits your family, I'll remember the Kardashians' flippant attitude towards mental disabilities with your apology. Your apology is BS. You're an a-hole.
Oh.
Do you really think that lady is... Here's. I think, hey, you don't really care. You just want people that see your Twitter account to think you care. Yeah. You want to fake this, like anger because it's dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to sit here and everything everyone says is picked apart as either racist or insensitive or whatever, and everyone takes to Twitter to like, you know what? So-and-so called bag of Cheetos gay. Gay people don't need to be associated with,
Cheetos.
Like negative. That's not a negative term for something like. What can you use? Like, these Cheetos are.
The Cheetos must be gay. Every one of them in there looks the same, right? We don't know. The gender has to be the same there. They're just, and there's a bunch of them.
I don't know. I just
No, I get you.
I get the thing. Like I said, the thing that bothers me the most is like the fake anger. You don't really care because it really does not matter in the big picture. Does Kim Kardashian, if she called it like, I don't know, like, what if she tried to start something new and said like, God, you guys are as dumb as Jesus, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like people,
But they'd be like,
what?
But then
What does
you'd
that
have-
mean?
But then you would have somebody responding.
Oh,
You know
everybody. I mean, everybody now is just.
What you just said though makes me think of something that the way that people react is just because it's like their cue to react.
What's their cue,
Right.
so that they can show other people, like, this means a lot to me.
Right. But-
this is who I am.
You read that.
I stand up for retarded people.
You read the book 1984, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
most of it.
Okay, so there's
But the farm one?
No, that's Animal Farm.
Oh, I don't think I have written.
Okay, well, there's a
written
part in there where they have to do this thing every day that's called 2-minute hate.
Yeah.
And what they do is they all stand in a room, and then they show pictures of the enemy on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And then they all have to be like, I hate you, I hate you. And if you don't do it, everybody's looking at you like, fuck, what are you doing, man?
Oh, yeah.
You're not doing it. It's the same thing. It's as soon as that screen pops up, the R word or retard by somebody saying that is their cue to hate. Their 2-minute and it's this thing like, this is how we get you to conform. I don't know. It's like this. This is how we get you to conform to exactly what we want you to follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do it, well, look at Nick. He's not yelling at the screen. Look at Nick. He doesn't demonize somebody for the R word. And next thing it does is now it like, oh, look at these people. Look at these people. They're blasting Kim Kardashian for it, and it's like an opportunity almost for them to get seen, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're right. It's a signal.
Huh?
It's a signal. Isn't that what they call that? Signaling?
Signaling,
Yeah.
like showing.
Yeah. That they're like, hey, look at us. We're standing up for this.
Yeah, that's. I had a really good point I was going to make, and I just totally went blank because I saw this.
Interrupted you.
No, I saw this. I wanted to see what this picture of this cottonmouth was, but no. So think about your entire life.
Uh-huh.
I mean, how many times did you say, hey, that's retarded?
Or gay.
Or gay,
Or, hey,
or whatever.
fag.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I called my brother a fag, and I got in trouble for it because my mom's like, you know what that means? Like, no.
Yeah.
No idea what that means.
No.
But, somehow in today's environment, they'd be like, well, you're disrespecting homosexuals.
Yeah,
Like,
but gay
how
people
can
can
I
call each other fags.
Yeah, but how am I
That's the
disrespecting a homosexual by calling someone something I don't even know?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just think back to when you were a kid and you're like, you're that picture you drew is retarded, or
Uh-huh.
your haircut's retarded. Were you ever once like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm really going to get this guy because I'm going to associate his drawings with mentally handicapped people.
Yeah.
Therefore, they'll think you must be mentally handicapped because you drew that picture. It's so shitty.
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't. You just said it because, I mean, that's what people said, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not a. I don't get how it's a.
Well, it's the same thing as being like, oh, that drawing's so lame. So now everybody out there that's got that can't
Like,
walk is like, oh.
Well, it's probably
believe-
coming. I mean, it's probably seriously. It's probably like, you can't say that. I
can't
mean,
say it. Can't
there's
say
a lot
it's
of people.
lame. There's a lot of people that are
missing appendages or don't have legs at work. I mean, that could be insensitive to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a stunning picture.
No, that's just a picture of a snake. Have you ever noticed how cottonmouths are all different colors?
Yeah,
It's so fucking crazy to me. Like, oh, can I identify this snake? No,
I thought I had
bites my ass.
cottonmouths figured out, but apparently I don't. After reading something at the aquarium the other day, I got to tell you a story too. We were trick or treating yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and there's this little kid dressed up like a skunk.
Yeah.
And he goes up to so my kids are. I'm trying to corral the kids, which everybody on Halloween, you're driving way too fast. Just gonna
Really?
tell you up front. Like, what the fucking deal was? Like, some lady comes flying down the road, pulls in her driveway. Like, Dude, there are kids everywhere right now. Like, you need to go probably max of 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, my kids are, I'm out in the street when
That's typical. People not fucking thinking.
yeah. Well, I'd be in the street when they'd cross, so I could, I could
Do you
look
mean
down.
mug 'em? The
Yeah, I
people
could
drive by.
Or I'd, like I'd flash. I didn't have anybody do it, but I was like, I'm gonna flash my light at them if they don't, or get the kids out of the road or whatever. They're running up to this house, and this little kid in this skunk costume. I mean, he's younger than my kid, so he's probably like 3 or 4.
Okay.
He goes up to this house and he's like, "Trick or treat, smell my butthole." And then his parents are out there. His mom is dressed as a skunk too, and all I can hear is, "We did not teach him that." I have no idea where he learned that. And so then
I think I would have died laughing.
Yeah, so everyone's laughing, right? So he's walking back to his mom, completely oblivious to everyone laughing, completely oblivious to everything.
Like, got him some candy.
Yeah,
Like,
completely oblivious to his parent. His mom and dad are trying to talk to him. Kind of like the same thing. Like, everyone can hear me. Hear his dad say, "Son, we don't use the word butthole." Like, yeah, you do. I mean, he used it correctly.
Yeah.
He
wasn't wrong.
Trick or treat, smell my butthole. Oh, dude. I mean, the other thing was the Halloween costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is where I'm going to start having problems with having all girls when they get older. Because I'd see like these, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls, and they're dressed like as cheerleaders, or I saw some girl that was dressed as Catwoman, had on like huge high heels and a skin-tight vinyl suit and the cat thing.
And how old are they?
I mean, she's young as shit. Too young to be dressed like that.
Hard. That's, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I'm going to say it when my mom. Mom, you can't wear that. My kids are like, look at my costume. Like, get that shit out of here. Like, you're not wearing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks.
It's provocative.
Yeah, they're all. And who the fuck is making these costumes for kids that look like that? You know what I mean?
No, now that you say that, it is a little weird, right?
Like, Catwoman costume for kids should be like a fat cat suit.
Or just a pair of black pants and a.
I mean, in reality, if it's Catwoman, like every Catwoman costume, I guess, from the beginning, even that old shitty Batman show.
Yeah, probably still too.
It's the skin tight suit. Like,
it's called Catwoman, not Catgirl.
Yeah, Cat Kid.
Yeah, no Cat Kid. You got a
You
Cat
could be-
Kid costume?
You can be Kitten Kid. What's that? It's like look like a fucking Ewok with the cat nose. You walk around in that. You're not wearing high heels. I can tell you that fucking girl's feet were killing her. I could tell. She like walked up at one point and she's like leaning them over the side and stuff, like like you do if you're staying in formation too long.
Rolling
You're like
your ankles, and stuff.
rolling
Oh,
on
God.
staying on the side of your feet. Like, honey, don't wear that. Yeah, and then this group of girls came by dressed as cheerleaders. I'm like, God dang, man.
So
What's,
my daughter was a peacock.
Oh yeah.
And I started to think about the nature of this costume. I was like, is this kind of fucked up? My daughter, and it's marketed towards girls, right? Mm-hmm. Do you not find this strange?
Peacock.
A peacock is marketed like so. See?
Trying to get a mate.
Yeah, the other no. It's cross-dressing.
Huh?
The cross-dressing peacock. A peacock is the male.
Oh yeah.
Peahen isn't even anything.
Yeah, but who the hell's going to dress up as that?
I know. What are you?
That's like dressing up as a female cardinal. Like,
Wait,
what are you? I'm a
brown bird.
I'm a female cardinal. Like, what's this ugly ass bird? Why aren't you the male version? Well, I don't want to cross dress. My daughter went as a butterfly. My other daughter went as a cat, the same cat costume that has been worn for every Halloween by one of my kids since 2012.
I know which one it is.
Yeah. And my wife's like, I'm going to dress up like a butterfly, with Catherine. And I was like, all right. It's like, you're going to put on like a bra and panties and some butterfly wings, prance around. Because that's women's. I got no problem with women's costumes being like that. You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. You know, that wasn't. I did see a guy I'm friends with said that his neighborhood had 422 kids come to his house.
Holy shit!
And he showed me a video from his phone. It was a line of kids waiting to come to his front door.
Where does he live?
Midtown.
Wow.
So he said he's like, yeah, there's some moms out there dressed up trick or treating with their kids, like obviously trying to put the focus on them and not their kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, one woman was dressed like Wonder Woman. He's like, you know, she looked good, you know, and he's like, you know, said the same thing, like the focus isn't on you tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's your kids. Dude, I'm burning up. I could take the shirt off. But trick or treating was fun. I had a good time. There's one house in that neighborhood that really like builds like almost like a haunted house. They got all that shit up, and there's all these people in their yard, and they give out like full size candy bars. I mean, that was like when I was a kid. The full size candy bar handout was, like unheard of. And every Halloween,
who hands out full size candy bars?
It's this house, and
they pride themselves on it. Then,
dude, that
that's
house,
the thing.
The whole front yard's got a fake fence built in a graveyard, and they got like all these animatronic things.
Holiday.
Yeah, it's their Christmas.
Yeah.
But
fucking pagans.
Yeah, all I remember from Halloween when I was a kid is, you know, trick or treat until till the lights were starting to go off. That's the other thing. My wife's like, it's too late. Why are these people trick or treating? Like, dude, I trick or treat until, I mean, it was
trick or treat.
Yeah, it was like people's lights are going off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are looking at you funny when you do come to the door. Like, yeah, trick or treat, give me some candy, and you get the rest of
2 a.m.
Yeah, you get the rest of the bowl.
Yeah,
you ever get that jackpot? Like, you guys see anybody else? No. Here, just take the rest. Like, like, oh man, sweet tarts. Fuck, I don't want those. Or Milky Ways. Yeah. That's it. But then you go home and start eating all the Reese's cups and the Snickers bars and the Twixes and the Kit Kats. And there's always a bunch of Three Musketeers and Milky Ways left in there. And
then
shitload of sweet tarts. And dots.
Fucking worst candy on the planet.
I always had, it was always like, who the hell eats the Three Musketeers?
Well, old people.
Is it?
The Three Musketeers was set in there for the parents. Like, all right, the kids get all the good ones, and the parents be like, give me that fucking Three Musketeers.
It'd be like,
I guess.
When I was a kid, it'd be like,
tell me you won't eat a Three Musketeers now.
I eat shit out of one right now.
That's
I'm
right.
starving. Every time we do the podcast, man, I'm dying of hunger. But
I had a Three Musketeers.
Yeah, that nougat.
Mm-hmm.
Is it nougat?
See? Yeah, you know now. Who eats a Three Musketeers? A Three
You know what else I said?
is only just, what is that? Isn't that a Snickers without the nuts?
No, that's a Milky Way.
Oh yeah,
Three
that's
Musketeers
right.
doesn't have nougat.
It's got that
It's got
puffy
that
stuff.
puffy
in there.
chocolate,
Puffy air in the middle.
You know what else? I was saying to someone else. Like, do they still have candy commercials? You remember like the Gushers commercial? The kid would put a Gusher in his mouth, and the old lady,
they do have candy commercials.
old lady be downstairs like a watermelon would crush her or something, or like the Kit Kat. You know, people like.
Yeah, no, they do, because they had one the other day. There was a Halloween one, and she had cut out she fucked up the jack-o'-lantern's face, and she was like, "I'm sorry about your face." And he said, "It's okay.
It's okay. Eat the Snickers, you stupid."
Yeah, that's what basically. And he pops out a Kit Kat.
Huh.
Yeah,
when I was a
candy,
dude, I remember always thinking that the kids in the Kit Kat commercials were so old because they're like high school kids. They're like playing the drums with Kit Kats.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
And they're like in a, anatomy class. You know, like chalkboards, and teachers like just letting this kid play the drums with Kit Kats on people's heads and
looking
shit.
down their glasses at them.
Yeah, dude, Gushers, Kit Kat.
Now it's all about the sour candies. Have you never seen that?
Yeah, I don't like those sour gummy things. I like sour shit too. Like those. Remember those gumballs you could get? Warheads.
Oh yeah, Warheads. I was gonna get a whole bunch of those. The Warheads and make you eat them.
I did. We did it on one podcast.
But Carl got the wrong fucking ones.
Whatever you gave me that night made my stomach hurt all the way till I got home. Yeah, like those. But my
Carl
kids
got the soft ones. It's like they're not even sour. Like I'm just eating gummy bears. Tart ones.
My kids were going to town on those Sour Patch Kids. And
Those make my mouth hurt.
those are gross. Make my teeth hurt.
Yeah, like the whole. I think there's too much.
Too much sugar.
No, malic acid. There's too much malic acid in it.
Blue number 5.
Yeah.
How much blue number 5's in this candy? Oh man, but Halloween, it does bring back like good memories. Being nostalgic here, but good memories of like that. I grab my kid's bucket and just you smell the entire bucket. It smells the exact same as when.
It's probably made in the same factory.
I was saying too, like when we were talking about those Three Musketeers, is like it'd be getting around the end of November and I'd still have some candy left. It'd always be like Three Musketeers. Like, man, I really don't want that, but I guess I'll eat it. Like I found a Three Musketeers in my trash can I had in my room that was like smashed to the bottom. That was there. It looked exactly the same. Like 3 years after it was mashed down into the bottom of that thing as it did the day.
Costanza it?
No, I never ate it. I probably, it probably would have been fine. Let's get that airy chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, let's do play a commercial. Let's do Hot Zone.
Hi, Eeyore here. If you like the bullshit you've been listening to, be sure to check out Spearhead Transmission on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Subscribe to their YouTube channel and watch them weekly for some reason. Also, like and share their Facebook page. Check out their website at spearheadpodcast.com and get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. If you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. They always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for your support and enjoy the rest of the fucking show.
Hot Zone. Well, before we go to the Hot Zone, though, you got me thinking about drinks. Like, my wife and I have been going crazy. We had like 2 date nights in the past month. It's out of control.
Whoa.
I mean, it's unheard of. But we went one night. We got a couples massage. Actually, the thing is my.
Are you getting this like? Are you honing your routine here for guaranteed?
No.
Okay.
So my mom said, she's going to come watch our girls on a weekend night.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So I took them up there. Or no, wait, how did that work? Anyway, my kids were gone. And took the youngest to my wife's parents. And like it was a last minute deal. So I was calling all over town, like, because we've never had a couples massage. We've got massages together, but we'd always been in separate rooms. It's separate time. We'd come out and be like, all right, let's go eat. And you're all greased up. Your hair's all messed up. Looks like you've been, oil wrestling or whatever. And my wife didn't really care for massages. And then she also doesn't like going out to eat afterwards because, you are all oily. But anyway, so I got this couples massage and we got that, which was cool. It was just basically like in the same room. It wasn't anything like, it's like we held hands and gazed longingly at each other or anything,
And there was no swinging.
No swing.
Couples massage.
No. But so we go out and eat afterwards. We went to this place we had been before and got a bottle of wine. And for some reason, I wanted a drink. So the waitress is like, you should get this. I can't remember what it's called, Mexican something. It's probably offensive to somebody, but it was.
How dare you?
It was a martini. Made with tequila, I think. And jalapeno juice or something.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that was delicious.
Yeah.
Like I wanted a 44-ounce cup of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I had one before.
Yeah, and it had jalapenos on it on a toothpick, And salt, I mean, usually you get salt on anything. I love it, but that was some good shit. I don't know why I brought that up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're talking about drinking tequila blood oranges, but the fuck is a blood orange?
I don't know. It's just I know what it is. It's just an orange, but the inside is
A bunch of
dark
seeds.
red. It's real dark red.
All I ever think of with blood
It's
oranges
just
is
fancy
seeds.
oranges.
Well,
It's for rich people.
you got any of them rich people oranges over here? So in the news today, and news everywhere, like I said, we don't have a set list, so we've been talking to a lot of people about the migrant caravan that's headed to attack the southern border of the United States of America.
Apparently they're getting tired.
Well, yeah, I would too. They're walking from fucking
What's funny
Chile.
about it is they like I was listening to the news today and they're like there are a lot of them that have gotten tired and walked back home. Like, wait a minute, you're halfway fucking there. Wherever I don't know. I mean, you've already invested how many miles?
They're
into
probably
this
not
thing?
getting paid anymore.
Is that what it is?
I bet.
No, like well, fuck it.
I just think about all the poop and pee.
That's
I mean,
what it's like that'd be like a herd of cattle,
yeah,
but worse because human shit is much worse than
It
cow
stinks,
poop.
yeah.
I can deal with cow poop.
think about. I mean, how many were when it started? 5,000,
7,000.
7,000 people walking together. I mean that.
on the highway. I'd lose my fucking mind if I
Yeah,
had to go
and,
somewhere.
and here's the other thing too. Like anyone that believes that those people just slowly like got together by themselves and like, hey, let's walk to America from
It's a grassroots movement.
Honduras or Guatemala or whatever. Like that is not true. There's been a definite like funding for one, and like like setting it up and coordinating everything. That's done by somebody, which I've heard.
That's crazy to think
that it's Venezuela. There's socialist groups in Venezuela that did it or whatever. But
still, what are you trying to achieve?
What I don't get though is everyone's busting America's balls because we're racist. Because there's a lot of people here that don't want them in. But no one's busting Mexico's balls for like, well, they can't stay here. They're from Honduras or Guatemala or why or like,
but
dude, why not?
I think the Mexican government. I think they're free from that, right? Because those people don't want to stay there. That's like, why wouldn't you want to achieve? If somebody were to tell you, look, okay,
why not go to Rio de Janeiro or Brazil?
right? Well, but if somebody were to tell you this,
the asses down there are amazing. Like, fuck you guys, I'm not walking to America. I'm going to Brazilian bum lift.
We're crossing the Panama Canal and getting our asses set.
Yeah.
But if somebody were to tell you, like, okay, you can go to, or you're gonna play, you're gonna be a football player, but you could get to the NFL, or you're gonna be up in the Arena League. So the America's the NFL, Arena League is Mexico. You ain't gonna stay in Arena League if you got the opportunity to go to the NFL. I
don't know. Obviously, a lot of people don't think that. That's why they stopped, or like, I guess I'm going home.
I'm tired. I got to go home.
But
they get the free pass. Mexico does, because nobody wants to stay there. They just want a vacation there.
That's the most racist thing. No one wants to stay in Mexico.
It's vacation.
Be calling it a shithole before you know it. Shithole country. It's not though. I like Mexico.
I know. I like to go on vacation there. I
don't
don't want
wanna-
to stay there. I mean,
Could you live in Mexico?
yes, I could live in Mexico.
I don't want to live on a
but I don't-
sailboat.
I don't know what I would do. That's the thing. Like, what would I do for a living if I just sold like rented boogie boards to people?
Be a sheetrocker.
I would get. I'm shitty at sheetrocking compared to them. Like, do they need a numbers guy?
Yeah.
No.
What do you do? Well, I can't even say that joke on here. Someone will be on Twitter.
Wait.
Actually, no one ever complains about our show. It's like,
say it. I want to hear this joke.
I've run you guys around. I've crossed that line up there and tell you what to do, but I guess down here you don't need that. Or
What a dick. El Jefe. That's all you gotta say. You guys got any position for that head?
Yeah. I want to be the boss. Shit. Oh.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Just look at me. Can't you tell I'm the boss already?
You guys are behind schedule. We don't even have anything going on right now. Well, we need more people. We got a lot here. But, you know, like I hear everyone, you know, complain. That's what gets me the most, like the complaining, saying like, oh, it's racist. It's racist. Like, I don't see how it's racist. Like, it's not, in my opinion, I don't think it's racist if there's, and this is the same thing with the 14th Amendment nonsense that's going on right now. Like, if the rules right now are, hey, no illegal people can come to America, they have to do this or that.
Okay.
Like, then let's do that.
Okay.
Don't just say like, oh, well, you know, fuck, these people walked all the way from Honduras. Like, it doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
That still the rules are there. You know, do it the legal way if you want to come here. And then, like the 14th Amendment thing, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, Trump's gonna use executive order, and you hear all these people that were, you know, totally against Obama using executive orders. And, you know, he's abusing his power with the executive orders. It's out of hand. You know, how many executive orders did he issued in the past 6 months? Like, you know, so many. And then, you know, after the one of the shootings, you know, he says, you know, I got a pen and a phone. You know, and everyone's like, oh, it's just, he's, you know, the left people are like, oh, he's taking care of business. You know, we're finally going to get some gun control. And the right are like, it's the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah.
And now Trump says it because he's like, I'm going to stop, you know, these people coming across having babies and them all become American citizens. Got to stop. So I'm going to do it with an executive order. Like everyone on the right's like, that's right. He's going to take, you know, do what he's saying. He's you know, it's a true leader. You know, we got a guy here. And then the left's like, it's fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, blows my mind. Like, I don't understand how people can't see, like, but hey, you guys, both those teams are, you know, like, you got I keep saying this, like, you got the playground rules. We're on the playground, play by the rules. You don't just, here comes Big Timmy. He's in charge now. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. Like, why? Because you think so?
Yeah.
Well, Timmy's my friend. I agree with him. When Timmy gets his teeth knocked down his throat by Joe Bob, Joe Bob's in charge, not my friend, and uses the same kind of ideas that Timmy was. Like, you know what? I don't like these people now, or I don't like this amendment. You know, I'm going to use executive order on it. Then you're fucked. Mm-hmm. What? The goal for either side, and it won't work on both sides, but would be to take as much of the power away from Timmy or Joe Bob and give it back to the people that are playing on the playground. You know, like,
but that's not the goal.
No,
so
I mean,
the goal is to erode the playground's rules. That's the goal, and I think it's I don't think that it's, I think it's more deeper than, I think it's deeper than just what they want face value, like, just, well, we're just using executive order. No, the fact that the executive order exists was meant to erode those playground rules, meant to erode your constitutional rights, meant to erode it 100%, because then it's like saying, okay, well, I can supersede the authority, the agreed upon law of the land, with my own will. Yeah. Because I think it's right. What they did it during times of crisis, right? Yeah. And now it's just like, well, there's nothing wrong with the Interstate Commerce Clause. Yeah. You can force through.
You can use they've used the Commerce Clause for almost everything, you know. But my wife said something like, you know, really, I never thought of it this way, like really smart, when everyone was losing their mind when when Trump was canceling all of Obama's executive orders, you know, and everyone's like, well, you can't do that. And she's like, the focus shouldn't be on the fact that, you know, he's getting rid of all this. Like, the focus should be on the fact that there was so much power given to one guy before. You know, you're not focusing on the power. I mean, it's just like
They're missing the point.
Yeah, the Supreme Court. Like, dude, if one guy is going to take it over, it's, you know, there's a problem there. It's not spread out. It's not like one to protect from the other. Yeah. You know, and then, you know, there's a big thing right now on the radio that you hear about. You know, the elections are next week, and it's, you know, if you listen to NPR, they're like, fucking, you know, it's gonna be a a blue wave. If you listen to talk radio here, it's like the Republicans got it won. You know, but there's one thing you can guarantee on is it'll be exactly the fucking same, no matter what color the damn wave is. If it's blue or purple or red, it's not going to matter because you're going to have fill up my mouth with farts and like fucking all these other guys that are just completely absorbed with their own self-interest and, you know, getting rich or whatever. That nothing's going to change. Nothing. It's going to be the same shit. More of your rights be taken away, and it'll all be in the name of safety or, you know, the kids or save the kids or whatever. And
safety for the kids.
It's
exactly. You're right.
It really grinds my gears. But it's weird as to, you know, to hear people at work or whatever, and you hear them arguing like, "Can you believe you did that?" Like, yeah, I mean, and like, well, what do you think? Like, I don't give a shit what they do. You know, it's just like the national anthem thing. Like, can you believe those guys are sitting down? Like, well, why are you giving a guy that's playing a game, like if they're playing professional hopscotch, you know, would you? Why do you care?
Them?
Why do you care how they believe or whatever? Like, if you're watching them because they're good at a game, when you focus on that instead of, it's the same thing with, you know, celebrities in politics. Like,
yeah, why do you care what they say?
Yeah, and that video I posted on the, you know, the podcast page, like where he says, you know, like, stop politicizing my, what is it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's on that page.
Stop politicizing my drink. Or I can't remember. He's like, I just want to drink. I don't want to have to know the company's policies on, you know, gay rights or, you know, same-sex marriage. Like, it doesn't. It's irrelevant. You know,
right.
Like, if you go in somewhere because they make a good hamburger, you know, like people. I mean, think about how many fucking leftist socialists or whatever won't eat at Chick-fil-A solely on the fact because they're fucking openly Christian and oppose gay marriage. I mean, you know, there's a lot that go anyway. You know, but I mean, why is that even important? Like the chicken sandwich itself.
Why is it important for here? Okay, so why is it important to try to instigate a legislative act against them? In other words, like what they did with the Hobby Lobby and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Why is it important to do that? That's fucked up. But let your dollar speak. If you're like, I don't, you know what? Yeah, I don't like the way that I don't like that they fucking don't want this or that. Okay, then don't go there. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna persecute you,
but if I owned Chick-fil-A, you know, is that Chick-fil-A? No, I'm Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about same-sex marriage? It doesn't matter. I make a serious sandwich.
Yeah.
You want a good chicken sandwich? Eat at Chick-fil-A.
Good point.
You don't want a fucking
But that's the deal, man.
fire and brimstone sandwich from down the road. Get one right here. This is just a normal old sandwich.
That's
like, what are your thoughts on the Migrant Caravan? That's not relevant to the chicken
business
industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't. What I really think happens is the same thing as like the Twitter we were talking about earlier. Like, these people think, well, if we support same-sex marriage, there'll be more people that'll come here and eat our, you know, these chicken sandwiches or whatever. You know, like, oh, you know, we're the ones for the and they get on there, and then it's like this. So then you feel bad, like that. You know, I lost a few good months of my life not drinking Starbucks coffee because I thought that they didn't give coffee to Marines, and then that turned out to be fucking fake. You know, I mean, that was one of those stupid emails that went around, and then it turns out that was partially true, but it wasn't the whole story. But even when I was like, fuck, I don't want to drink Starbucks because they don't give coffee to Marines. But then I'd be like, sneak in there real quick and grab one of those macchiatos, you know. But it just, I don't know.
What was the story? They didn't give it to him, or they
during the Iraq War, I guess they asked for some coffee. I can't remember the whole thing. It's on.
They asked like they wanted it free.
They wanted some. I don't know if it was free or not, but for whatever reason, the main story in the email was that Starbucks didn't support the war in Iraq or the Marines, so they didn't give them coffee.
That's all.
What happened was there was a
Dunkin' Donuts ran a hell of a fucking campaign.
So what happened was that was true, but it was like the thing that was true about it was like they couldn't do it through that avenue. They had to do something different. Well, that email didn't get circulated because it's not as fucking,
not as juicy.
Yeah, not at all. It's not like anyone wants to circulate an email. It's like, oh, well, that was dumb or whatever. I just the whole feeling or whatever you want to say of the world, or I'm assuming it's the world, because some of our people from overseas have said that the same shit's happening in like Australia and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like everything just feels like everyone's just offended or has to make a statement like, what's your statement on the Me Too movement? Like the what doesn't affect me. Well, silence equals, what did I say? If you're not against it, you're with them. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I got accused of the other day.
You did?
Yeah, because I'm not voting.
Oh, so
you're just part of the enemy then. I'm like, oh, okay. But the enemy thinks I'm part of the enemy too.
I mean, how much time does someone have to be like a full-time, dude, I get the Me Too movement. I got the, what else we got here? Me Too. What other movements are there? That's all I can think of. Like, hey, this week I'm marching with the Me Too people. Tomorrow I'm marching with marriage equality. Then I got the climate control on that week. Climate science.
Guys, climate control story limits.
Got we got a walk with the HVAC guys. You got all. I mean, like, dude. I mean, seriously,
it will be like that though.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be
HVAC guys. They're not getting any representation.
Everybody's gonna be just protesting shit. Mm-hmm. Which I know we bitch on this podcast a lot, but it's just like everyone's just complaining about how they're offended by something that someone said or posted or said the wrong way. Like, well, you pronounced souffle wrong. Now, I'm from my grandparents grew up in France. I take offense to that.
From souffle.
Yeah, like, dude, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? I can pronounce souffle wrong all day long, and I can call you a retard for thinking that. It doesn't mean that I'm insensitive to retarded people or France.
Yeah.
It's just unreal, man. It's out of control. Like, it has to get to a point to where people are like, all right, man, let's stop. And I think the biggest thing of it, is because social media gives the outlet to these people that really, I mean, your opinion doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, like, if you're some soccer dad from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Kim Kardashian, Couth, you said retarded. I just can't believe that your ass is your ass is bigger than your head or something like that.
Your mouth is bigger than your ass.
You know what? No one gives a shit what you think, man. No one at all.
So, what is the intent, that they want to get rid of the show?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've never watched that show. It's probably better off if that was gone, but
well, somebody's watching it.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Obviously,
if you read Yahoo News, which is what I usually read now, since I don't look at Facebook on my phone, like, whenever you are just sitting idle around, like when I'm eating lunch or whatever, it's all it basically is like what people tweet, like, hey, Kim Kardashian tweeted a new picture of her car, or the Kardashians said this or that. Like, dude, is that big of a celebrity in the United States? That, I mean, it's like, basically Yahoo News is a joke. Huh?
They're the king and queen.
I want to know what happened to Kanye West, because
so you could talk about that now.
Hold on. Because he seriously.
So he doesn't support Trump now?
No, let me see. I'm sure it's on Yahoo.
They were going to go to space together.
Dragon
babies.
blood.
What happened? Did Kim get a hold of him? And, put the kibosh. I mean, she's already got a hold of him. I wonder whenever they get divorced. I wonder when they're going to get divorced.
I don't know. She seems, I don't know. For some reason, it seems like it'll last for some reason to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know enough, so.
I think mostly because it looks like they don't ever hang out together. They got their own thing going on. Well, shit, I can't find
Did you
it.
just dream this?
Maybe I did. Anyway. Gymnast cat-inspired costume causes controversy. How in the world could that cause controversy? A gymnast cat's-inspired costume caused controversy. Now theatrical makeup is banned. Controversy has erupted in the gymnastics world over this Dutch competitor's outfit. She caused a stir in August. Celine van Gerner, when she dressed as a cat for her floor routine at the European Championship. Van Gerner wore a cat pattern leotard and had her face painted like a cat, complementing her music from the musical Cats. Fans fell in love with the outlandish move, rarely seen in the traditional and strict world of gymnastics. Although fans applauded the outfit, the International Gymnastics Federation was not so fond of the feline-inspired ensemble. On Tuesday, the Federation announced that competitors will henceforth be banned from doing likewise. Face painting is not allowed. Any makeup must be modest and not portray a theatrical character, animal or human, the governing body stated.
Why?
I don't know.
Bunch of assholes. Not let anybody have no fun.
So, however, those didn't react to the news with such grace. Laughed out loud. Modest, like we're not already half naked in leotards.
I didn't think about that. Always, you know what gymnasts are always doing? Let's see if you can pick this out. What are women gymnasts always doing?
Pulling the thing out of their ass.
That dude, you're done.
I love women's gymnastics.
But they're always constantly like
women's gymnastics and women's volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you've got to, whatever man was like, you know what, we need these uniforms. These women need to be in.
Are you comfortable in those shorts?
Yeah,
Because I think
I
we
could get rid of some fabric.
Yeah, make them a little tighter.
Yeah,
you know, they're more snug, not getting in the way.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the point of that? But dude, I mean, I could high five whoever did it. This is kind of misleading because it's not. I guess it is controversy, but it's with the.
It's not real controversy.
Yeah. I thought someone was
It's not like I give a fuck about cat face paints. But I mean, I'll fight for you if you want to wear your face paint. But I guess if you're in some kind of league you're committed to, then no, that they don't allow you to wear face paint. I'm not gonna be like, just get out of that fucking league. Go in a different league. What is it? Is it a gymnast league? I didn't even know
the World Gymnastics Federation.
Oh, it's okay. It's big then.
The Kardashians dressed up as Victoria's Secret angels for Halloween.
I thought they dressed up as Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, I did too. That's now that you say that. They're in bra and panties and wings. Now that's a true women's costume. I can't find it. Anyway, fucking Kanye West.
What did he do?
Said he's no longer going to be used, and no longer going to focus on politics, and is just going to be focusing on being creative. He doesn't support this and that. I can't remember what it was. And it's just like, I don't know.
So the guy's murdered him.
The guy's fucking crazy. That or, they're like, look, Kanye, your next album's not going to be lit because we're not going to push it. No one's going to buy it unless you denounce Donald Trump or whatever. You know what I mean? Dude, who's Olivia Culpo?
I don't know. Let's see.
She's not bad looking.
Look here. Yeah, no.
This is like the worst podcast in the world.
It's possible.
Dude, look at that.
We got like, I can't see her. I just see that.
What's funny is these like hot girls that date these. I don't know who this guy is. Danny Amendola.
He's a football
Oh, she's
player.
former Miss Universe.
He's a football player.
Oh, Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
He's the wide receiver. Takes wide receptions.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? She fucking pisses him off, and he pisses her off. You ever think of that? Like, you think that girl's walking around her house all the time looking like that? No, she's leaving fucking drawers open and not putting her keys in the drawer, and shoes left in the middle of the hallway. Like, honey, like,
is that his wife?
Yeah, well, not anymore. They're He got spotted with some other chick.
Oh, he did? Because she fucking was leaving her shit all around?
Probably.
And
Probably
he
called him a
farted in her
retard.
face.
Like, you're insensitive. I can't stand to be here anymore. Anyway, how long have we been talking?
We got 10 minutes we need to go.
10
And we're
minutes.
done.
Ooh. Pause it real quick. I'll play a commercial.
Okay. Listen to us on iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you can catch us there weekly. Also, like and share our Facebook page. Check out our website at spearheadpodcast.com. You can get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. And like always, if you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. We always appreciate hearing from you. And thank you for your support, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, let's finish out this show with a little bit more of a racist talk here. So, Megyn Kelly got fired from her job at ABC or NBC, whatever, something BC, because she said a racist comment referring to blackface when they're talking about Halloween costumes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because everyone is offended by Halloween costumes now. You know, like, did you ever dress up as an Indian as a kid? Play cowboys and Indians?
Oh. I mean, did I dress up as one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I dressed up as an Indian. Oh, yes. Say I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I did.
Yeah,
I'm sure I did something.
Cultural appropriation. Run around your yard.
I think I dressed up as a black guy.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Like
In
ninjas. What else? Anything basically.
I know I did. I wore a giant afro.
Did you paint your face black?
Yes.
Oh,
I was a
holy
kid.
Shit. You're a racist motherfucker.
Was I Jimi Hendrix? Maybe I was Jimi Hendrix. I think. You know what though? I think white people
Is Jimi Hendrix black?
Yeah, I think white people could get away with being Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I painted myself black. But if they asked me, who are you? I'd be a Jimi Hendrix. Oh, shit, okay, you get away with that. Or Lenny Kravitz. You might be able to...
Those are two guys that are like the same person.
Well, yeah.
Kind of. It's funny, though.
Persona, right?
People can get pissed off at me, but like, there's only a few Jimi Hendrix songs I really like.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
I mean, the rest of them are kind of like, that doesn't do it for me.
I would say that that's probably...
I mean, to me, the guitar is not like
that's
just completely mind blowing or anything.
And I don't it's not mind blowing for today's standards, but it was mind blowing then.
Right? Yeah,
and that was the thing.
I mean, it does have its own sound, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a Stevie Ray Vaughan, right?
Yeah,
he's got his own sound.
Okay, so Megyn Kelly was talking on her show, Today's Show, about the PC police cracking down on costumes, right? I saw Indian costumes, cowboy costumes, all again. I feel my own personal opinion that when people dress up as a nurse or a priest or a nun or an Indian or whatever, they're not fucking making fun of or taking away from anyone's culture. It's a costume, right?
Yeah. Well, why is it okay for little kids to dress up as old people?
Well, it's
that's fucked up.
It's all ridiculous. It's just all ridiculous. So she says, today's one of those days. Oh, no, wait, that's not it. During a discussion on our program, she was seated with an all-white panel, and someone asked, what is racist? And they started talking about inappropriate and offensive costumes. And she says, you do get in trouble if you're a white person who puts on blackface for Halloween or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween, she complained. Back when I was a kid, that was okay just as long as you were dressing as a character. That's what she said. They got her fired.
Really?
Yeah. That
got her fired?
Yes.
Wow. They obviously were looking for something to fire her then.
Yeah. So this, with a panel of white people and pretending to not understand the historical roots of the issue nor bother to raise them,
What's funny
that's
to me is,
crazy.
like, why is it? That's what's weird to me is that why is it so fucked up to dress as a black person or
You're gonna get fired from this podcast.
I might.
I don't know.
But why is that?
Say
like,
you want to dress
so-
up like Michael Jackson. Like my wife dressed up as Michael Jackson one year, and she didn't paint her
So
face or anything. She just put a
trap. You're
put
just fucking yourself completely up there. You're like,
she put Michael Jackson hat on and a shirt and wore a glove. But it was like, like
she
Michael
could easily
Jackson.
do that though.
But
you don't
what-
have to paint your face.
I mean, even if you like, I guess I don't see. There's apparently some racist history to it, because
Dress up
of
as
like
Michael Jackson?
no, because of
Oh.
like the blackface acting and stuff that happened back in the day.
Oh, I get that, but that was back in the fucking day.
Yeah. Well, it all comes down to the fact of intention to me. Like that girl that was singing those lyrics on stage and said the wrong word, and all of a sudden she's a racist. Like that's the words to the song. You wrote it. You asked me to sing it. Why are you busting my balls?
Yeah.
Like if a little kid came in and like, hey, I want to look like Moana, but I've got red hair and as white as shit. I want to fucking paint my skin brown. Like, are you somehow taking away from someone's culture by doing that, or are you just wanting to dress up as
Like them.
Yeah,
Like,
this is probably. This.
I don't have a problem talking about any of this because I think it's asinine that people get.
Well, part of it is.
I don't care if they're offended by it. Like, what? Okay, then.
I mean, think of that movie, White Chicks, or Damon
the
and
Wayans brothers. It's fucking. I've
and-
never seen the movie.
It's
though.
got funny parts in it.
Okay.
That part where what's his name, Terry Crews is trying to hook up with I don't know,
Okay.
Damon
I can
or
imagine.
and it's funny. I haven't seen the whole movie. I don't think I've just seen parts of it. But like, do you find that offensive at all? No, I don't give a shit.
No.
Making fun of white girls on it, like who cares?
Do you think white people are offended by like whenever every black comedian makes fun of them?
No, because
you
it's
fucking laugh about it.
Yeah,
Like you laugh. Everybody laughs about it.
you guys are always calling the cops. You are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys think mayonnaise is spicy. You do,
Yeah.
or we do. I was talking like I'm not one of them. I like spicy food though.
But I don't
don't call the
mayonnaise is
cops on
spicy.
anybody either.
I don't call cops on them. But it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny.
But the thing is it's just like everything else. Like there's, do you really need to force that much
But
attention or energy?
Why it's funny is because we all know that it doesn't represent every white person out there, and it represents the silliness of white people, right?
Well, it's just funny
certain
because
things.
you've seen it.
Yeah,
I mean, you've seen it in real life. Like,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you're making fun of. There was one black comedian. I can't remember what it was on, but he's like, "You ever go to the movies with white people?" He's like, "Black people will be in there like, stab that motherfucker, run, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You see white people, they're in there doing this." Like, that's true.
Yeah.
You've
You know-
seen it.
yeah.
Everyone's witnessed it. That's why it's funny.
You know what's great about it is that when you get in the military, it's a huge mixing pot. Like, and it's all these guys that are all they're forced to be together. Like you go to, and that's fucking true. You'd be like, no. You see black people talk the whole time like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
don't fucking open that
Yeah.
door.
Get out of there.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yep.
And then white people be like, shut up.
Yeah, dude, you guys quit talking. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole world's going fucking mad to me in my head because I mean, if my kid, what am I gonna say someday if my daughter wants to dress up like an Indian? Like, I want to be an Indian. Oh, well, honey, you can't be because that's taking away from someone's culture is not your costume. Well, that girl's dressed up as a nun. She's not Catholic. That guy's a doctor. He didn't go to college. That person's
Dude, so one of my friends, I don't want to say his name.
Gerald.
No, he doesn't listen to this, and nobody probably ever. They don't listen. But Keith, Keith, the picture. You had a picture of him with Miss Rocklahoma.
Oh yeah.
Right, Keith.
Yeah.
Right, he was here.
Yeah.
Him and his wife. Right.
Yeah.
Well, they live in Florida now, and he dressed up as Aladdin.
Uh-huh.
And his wife dressed up, who's white. She dressed up as Princess Jasmine. Right.
Uh-oh.
And then their son dressed up as the monkey.
Uh-huh. Did you paint her face?
She didn't paint her face. But is that, or you mean, so you don't have
She
to.
culture appropriation because she dressed up as a Persian?
Yeah.
I mean, so I guarantee you, you could find someone that's offended by that.
Yeah.
Because, like, well, you're not
See
Persian.
how stupid that is?
And like, well, fuck, this guy's Indian. You know, he's not. You don't have a problem with him being a boo or whatever.
Aladdin.
Yeah, or Aladdin.
And that kid's not a fucking monkey.
Yeah, he's Indian.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I thought he was Persian. Why? Because he's got brown skin?
You think all Persians
Yeah.
are brown skin?
Well, I assumed. Yeah, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? You know? If you don't know,
Perfect.
why the fuck wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you think that?
Why,
You know, like,
perfect.
if they came to my house, be like, are you guys vegetarian? Or, you know, why do you think that? Well, because you're Indian. Well, that's a little offensive, isn't it? No, I mean, would you serve me a hamburger? If you invited me? I mean, like, I'm just trying to be fucking. I'm not saying you have to eat fucking You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everyone just needs to calm the fuck down. Is what it is. Everyone just needs to like. And the reality, I bet it's all like it's probably all blown up by the news, you know. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, oh, people,
Sensationalized.
you know, Kardashians got a backlash for using the R word. Like, all right, say like 3 people were pissed off. In reality, I mean, it's not reflective of the entire populace.
Yeah.
Most people are like, hey, you know, the Kardashians used the R word or said retarded, and like, huh. Do you know celery's on sale right now at Costco? You know, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know, but it bothers me because you hear about it all the time, and it's just nonsense. I mean, there's no way to get around it. Like, you know, it's just
We're limiting ourselves so much by that stupid shit.
yeah. I mean, there's probably some good costumes out there that could be
that
worn.
we can't do.
Like, I want to dress up like, I don't know.
Yeah, but not Mr. T.
I mean, think of some black kid who want to dress up like King Leonidas. Like, well, son, yeah, you can't.
You got to dress up as the guy that
Yeah,
kicked
you
out
gotta
the well.
you gotta pick someone in your race. Well, why is that? Because it's racist to do otherwise. Well, why are you basing my actions on my color of my skin and just let me do what I want?
There you go.
You know, bong 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 bong, like fucking
Blank
reset
out.
the computer here, because none of this makes sense. Why don't you just dress up however you want to fucking dress up, son? If you want to dress up like King Leonidas, have at it.
Uh-huh.
I want to paint my face white. Good, you should. You know, do it. It'll be a good costume.
Perfect. It'd be a great world.
Yeah.
But now the poor kid's got to be the guy
Yeah.
that gets kicked down the well. Like, fuck.
What costume is this? This is my tribute to King Leonidas. Who are you? You the guy that gets kicked in the well? Why do you think that? Because I'm black? I'm just assuming. Yeah, you assumed. Just because I'm black, I'm getting kicked in the well. Hey, here's
Spaghetti and meatballs. You remember that gif?
and here's a full size Snickers kid. Oh shit, man! Thanks. Get off my grass. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, the gif where he kicks him in the well, but they would dubbed
those
over
are
it.
the best. You got anything else? I
No,
think we've offended
good.
enough people tonight. If you're fucking pissed off, just go fuck yourself. Email us. Seriously, if you are, like, there's really no reason to be offended. So
If you
Get
are
over it.
offended,
yeah.
then yeah.
Send all your hate mail to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. Like and share the Facebook page. Check us out. I've got a new way to say this. I've heard it on the internet.
Oh.
You can download the Spearhead Transmission at any podcast source. So
Well done.
Download it there.
Is that true, though?
Who knows?
Okay, perfect.
It's probably offensive. You fucking lied about that. That offends me. Yeah. Go fuck
Or
yourself.
any podcast source might actually be any podcast source webpage.
No, that's the case. We're not on that one.
Anypodcastsource.com.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, adios, muchachos.
Accessing your mind. Programming started. Thank you for listening to the Spearhead Transmission. We know you enjoyed your experience. Please come again and partake in our ridiculousness. There is so much more to explore. Remember, your mind is yours. You are not part of a collective. You will start to think independently if you seek the truth. Stop buying the lies. Water that tree of liberty, and you will break those chains of mental slavery.